Namaskar. The topic is DTMF decoder using MATLAB. The objectives are to identify the telephone key pressed using DTMF decoder. And here we are going to implement the DTMF decoder using MATLAB. Now what exactly we are going to do here? We are going to press a telephone key and then we are going to record its sound using speaker and mic arrangement. Okay. Then after that, using that sound file, we are going to write down a MATLAB program for implementing the DTMF decoder. And then we are going to identify which numbered key is pressed. Okay. So the key number will be displayed on the command window. That will be our final result. And second objective is to use the lab equipment in unusual manner. Okay. Now what is DTMF decoder? So here I have given some generalized definition. This is taken from internet resources. So dual tone multiple frequency signaling is used for telecommunication signaling over analog telephone lines in the voice frequency band between telephone handsets and the other communication devices and switching center. A row tone and a column tone. These two tones identify the key you pressed to any equipment you are controlling. The time for which a DTMF digit tone is actually producing sound is called the mark time. The silence between each one of the digits is called the space. The standard for most radio decoders as well as most telephone equipment is 40-40. 40 for mark and 40 for space, 40 milliseconds. This is the telephone keypad with row frequencies and column frequencies. So these are the standard frequencies defined by telecom industries. Now we are going to see the telephone keypad. So this is the first row frequency 679 Hz. So likewise other frequencies are given here. And these three are the column frequencies. 1209 Hz, 1336 Hz and 1477 Hz. So if you press this key, suppose key number 1, then its row frequency will be 679 Hz and its column frequency will be 1209 Hz. So these are the higher frequencies and these are the lower frequencies. Now how we are going to identify which key is pressed? Okay. So whenever any key is pressed, then two tones will be generated having two frequencies. One frequency, this lower frequency, one tone will be having this frequency and another tone will be having this frequency. So what is our principle? We are going to record the sound signal after pressing each key, and that sound signal will be processed to find out the two frequencies associated with that sound signal. And then using that frequencies, we are going to identify which key has been pressed. Here is the lab requirement. First is telephone handset, then microphone, computer, then lamp or LEDs, MATLAB and Audacity sound recorder. Here are the steps for experimentation. Take telephone set, keep it in speaker mode, lift the receiver, then take a condenser mic like this, connect it to the laptop, keep this mic close to the speaker of the telephone and then by lifting the receiver press any key and keep it pressed for some 40-50 seconds. Okay, and for that time sound will be produced by the speaker and it will be given as input to the mic and it will be recorded by the Audacity software. So I am going to read the steps here. Keep the telephone set on speaker mode. Connect a condenser mic to the analog input terminal of the computer where we connect the mic always. Keep the mic close to the telephone speaker. Open the Audacity sound recorder software on the computer. And this condenser mic is very not very costly, near about 100-120 rupees. Next steps are press the telephone key for some 40-50 seconds by keeping mic close to the telephone speaker and record it using Audacity software. Now export this recorded audio file as .wav file. How you are going to do this? in that Audacity software, go to File and export the file and save it as a .wav file. Save WAV file in the same folder where MATLAB program is stored. We are going to see the program for DTMF decoder. So we have to save that program in the same folder where .wav file is stored. Give this WAV file as an input audio file to the MATLAB program. Now we are going to see how the Audacity sound recorder software is used to create the .wav file. Are you getting this? So Audacity is the sound recorder software which is the open source software. You can simply type in Google and you can get the free download of this Audacity. So now click here, Audacity. Then for giving the audio input, connect the condenser mic. If you have condenser mic, you can use it, or otherwise you can simply use the earphones. Okay. So now I am going to record the my voice. Okay. So the first these settings you have to check Windows Direct Sound, this one. Hmm? Then after this primary sound capture driver, then mono recording channel, and after that you can see here primary sound driver. Okay, now I am going to record the my voice. Hello, 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 hello. Stop. Now we have to clip this unwanted portion of this audio file. Okay, so select that much portion first and then cut, then select that much portion, cut, select this much, and okay, so also you can cut this much. Hmm. And then go to file and then export. See it carefully. Huh? Go to file, export, then export as WAV, not MP3. Export as WAV, and you have to save it in the same folder where your MATLAB program is stored. Okay, so your MATLAB program for autocorrelation and your .wav file should be in the same folder. You can see here I have saved hello1 and HEMA file like this. So I am going to save it like this, hello2 file. You can see the wave signal 16-bit PCM, then save. Okay, so in this way you can record your audio signal and create the .wav file, and this .wav file we are going to use as a input file or as a input signal for finding out the correlation or autocorrelation of this signal. Okay, now we have seen how to record the key sound using Audacity software. Now here we are going to see the MATLAB code for DTMF decoder implementation. First one is the array of keys of telephone. Then this second array is the array of row frequencies. These are the lower frequencies. Four frequencies are there: 697, 770, 852 and 941. So this is the array of row frequencies, and then there is an array of column frequencies. Four frequencies are there, higher frequencies. Then after that we are going to read the audio file. We have recorded the audio file for key 1. For the digit 1 of telephone we have recorded .wav file. Now this command, waveread command, will give you the samples of the audio file. X1 are the samples of audio file. And after that we are going to leave the first 700 samples, and after that we are going to take the next 4096 sample, such that we will get the meaningful data of the audio samples. So here one can see we have selected the 4096 samples after leaving the first 700 samples. Then apply the Blackman window. Next, take the FFT of our audio signal. Then we have to find out the higher frequency. So this is the program for code for finding out the higher frequency of the audio signal. And this is the formula. Fh is equal to Bins D1 upon N multiplied by sampling frequency. N is 4096 and Bins D1 is the x-axis value where we find the maximum amplitude of our FFT. Now finding the lower frequency. Here when we observe the FFT plot, there we have to find out the range of beams over which we can identify the lowest amplitude of the FFT. Select that range of beams and that we have selected here from 60 to 90, and then you can find out the lower frequency. Here the lower frequency formula is given on the next page. Here is the formula for lower frequency. Find it out and then to generate the row number. This is the code for generating the row number and this is the code for generating the column number. So in this way we can identify by identifying the row number and column number, you can identify which key has been pressed. Row number of the frequency and column number of the frequency. Then the intersection of both will give you the particular key number. Now this one is additional to glow the LEDs. If you want to show the result or display something like in our project, you can glow the light after getting selected particular key or displaying the key. Each and every time you cannot show the command window. So for that purpose, you can use the LEDs. Okay. So for 7 keys, 0 to 7, 8 keys are there. So for 8 keys, we are going to glow different LEDs. Now we are going to see the MATLAB implementation of our DTMF decoder. So we have seen the program. So this is key array, telephone key array, row frequency array, column frequency array. So the whole program is saved here. And now we are going to run the program. So here I am running the program. And you can see the FFT plot. This is the FFT plot of our audio signal for the key 1 of your telephone, key number 1. So this is the maximum peak and this one is the minimum peak, highest frequency, highest amplitude and lowest amplitude. And these are the bin number of bins. Okay, so we are going to identify this highest amplitude peak for the finding out highest frequency and this lower peak or lower amplitude for finding the lower frequency. So we have to select the range of beans. From maximum you can find out, but to find out the first lower peak you have to identify the range of beans. Okay. Now here you can see the on command window key 1. The result is key number 1 is selected. Lower frequency is 710 and higher frequency we found out is 1.2166 kilohertz. Okay. I want to acknowledge Dr. S.S. Limay for his guidance and support, and I want to acknowledge the efforts taken by student group. The names are given here. Here is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much, and my contact details are given here. I hope that you will implement this project at your end in your college. Okay, thank you. Dear friends, happy learning and best of luck.